At some point, you've probably read or heard the debates people have about mobile operating systems on smartphones and tablets. You've also likely heard the term fragmentation be applied to Android as a drawback or flaw of the operating system. So what does fragmentation exactly mean? Well, it's defined as something being fragmented, which is existing or functioning as though broken into separate parts, disorganized and disunified. So by strict definition, this seems like a bad thing. But is it? People point out that apps aren't always consistent across devices, and developers face a lot of challenges creating apps that work across such a large range of Android devices. But what if there's actually an upside to Android's fragmentation? To better understand this fragmentation, I think it's a good idea to take a look at where it all starts. The Android business model. So Android is Google's operating system that's licensed out to hardware manufacturers like Samsung, HTC, LG, and others for devices that meet Google's compatibility standards. So with all these manufacturers sharing the same operating system, how do they stand out? By applying their own skins or interfaces on top of Android while still maintaining Google's ecosystem like the Play Store for apps. These manufacturer skins like Samsung's TouchWiz or HTC Sense, for example, allow them to implement extra features, software improvements, and enhancements to the hardware. So that's great for the manufacturer because it differentiates them from the competition. And consumers benefit because through all of that independent development from manufacturers and developers, more relevant features are added throughout the industry, resulting in some awesome innovation. So one of the most obvious benefits of fragmentation is choice. You get your choice of multiple device manufacturers and thousands of different types of phones with different screen sizes and unique features. Inevitably, there's one out there that'll fit your demands for the most part. You're also getting to choose which variant of manufacturer skin you want running on your phone. Or you can even experience a stock Android system running on Google's Nexus phone. Another major benefit of fragmentation is cost. There's an availability of lower-end Android phones, usually running an older version, aren't as expensive as some of the higher-end smartphones and still provide a pretty good smartphone experience. Now that's a great benefit to developers, because that gives them greater global reach into lower income areas, giving them a wider audience. This combination of factors is the reason Android is the most dominant mobile operating system today. So just by the strict definition on paper, you wouldn't think there's a lot of benefits to Android fragmentation, but it turns out there actually are. So here's a quick rundown of those benefits I mentioned earlier. You have the awesome benefit of choice, so you get multiple manufacturers, all different sizes of hardware, different running software, different running skins of Android. And with all those players involved, you're getting the cutting edge innovation, whether it be features or software implementation or hardware changes and enhancements. And the last benefit, of course, is cost. Because of the availability of those lower end models, a lot of people around the world now can get access to a smartphone. Hopefully you all enjoyed that video. Please like and share if you did, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as well.